Everyone who goes to work wants to do something good, something meaningful, and at the moment the size and complexity of our organizations actually stop them from doing that.
Things are changing really quickly, and they're changing really quickly in new ways and new directions.
We're overwhelmed by our scale if we're a big Fortune 500, or we're overwhelmed by our scaling if we're Zenefits or Slack or whoever.
There's so much untapped potential. There's so many talented, passionate, committed people, capable people. The problem is that most organizations today are still using an outdated operating model that was created over 100 years ago for a world that no longer exists.
So how do you look at an organization as a whole system, as opposed to looking at it very, very narrowly and saying, how can we make this thing more efficient? You have to look at it more holistically.
It's about coordinating lots of different elements in new ways in order to actually unfold something which is innovative.
At a macro level, it's all about moving from this sort of complicated world to a complex world, or a predictable world to an uncertain world.
Organizational culture is the most important variable in an organization's ability to be responsive.
For me, a responsive organization is one that has this change muscle within them that can respond and flex to the market or any kind of external or internal influences as they come.
We're moving, and we have been moving for many years, towards something which is, let's call it self-organized. Organizations that are based more on fuzzy guiding principles that create an emergent property of the organization rather than a strict hierarchy which is controlled.
I think we see kind of that happening at a macro scale, but combined with hopefully a greater meaning for individuals and a greater flexibility for individuals to participate in that upside, to win, to feel like they're part of something.
We know that we're not alone in pursuing this. And people from all kinds of different backgrounds, all over the world, in all kinds of organizations, who are kind of waking up to both realize that something different is needed, and that there are actually solutions out there that work, and that it is possible for organizations to shift from an old way of doing things to this new way of doing things.